Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, I'm doing this a little bit different today because I see a lot of things that is right, but there are one thing that a lot of people do not understand. This video is about weaponizing and certain weapons and certain things you need for certain things. Um, as a prepping, getting ready for shit hits the fan, whatever it goes down, because it is coming. I am a prepper, and I also am a survivalist. There are different kinds of weapons. One is guns, crossbows, bow and arrows. Most of those are used for hunting or like 30-30, 30-06, high powerful rifles. Then you got 22s, 10 gauge, 12 gauge, 16 gauge, 20 gauge, elephants, guns. But then you got pistols. There's all kinds of guns to weaponize yourself if you are legal to have. But there are other kind of weapons that you can literally have. We all know that the world has basically come to a sketching halt. In other words, not physically stopping, but the people, the society, is coming to a halt with all the chaos. I know some people don't believe it. That's because they're got their head in the ostrich hole with their ass in the air. I'm sorry, but damn. Wake up. First of all, I cannot find my wife's or my knives for protection knives. But you do not necessarily have to have some kind of pocket knife. But I do advise you to have, if you don't have a pocket knife, to have something that you can use to weapon. Now with the knives, I see a lot of people want to use one knife for everything. Protection, cooking, surviving, making traps.
Hi.
This is my beautiful wife, Patricia.
Hi.
The best of my life, my heart. Believe me, this is the reason why I am protecting what I have. It's my wife and my boy and our son. Sorry, man. Sorry. Like I said, when it comes to knives, to have a weapon, some people are going to use one for everything. And I suggest you don't do that. Here's the reason. You're going to need one knife to be able to cut your food and prepare your food, whatever you need, meats, vegetables, whatever you have to grow. But there are other kind of knives that you need separately from your everyday survival preparedness. You will need a separate knife to be able to protect and defend yourself. It doesn't matter whether it's shiny or rusty. And me, I use anything, any kind of knife. Rusty or shiny, it doesn't matter. But that's the biggest thing you're going to need really upon the knife situation. You're going to need at least 2 to 3 kinds of knives. One for surviving, prepping your food, intentionally to be able to build your own booby traps, etc., etc. But then you're going to need another knife to be on you or near you for protection. But knives are not the only thing that you need to protect yourself. So think about it. You're going to need at least 3 of these, whether it's pocket knife or kitchen knife, something like this, which is really good. I have a good one here, so I'm going to leave this out of the way. Now, there are multiple kinds of things you can use for a weapon. I personally like a hatchet hammer type because they are the best. You can cut, you can chop, and you can hammer things down together in one setting. That combines with this thing. If you do not have a hatchet, a hammer, it does the job with the claw, but it takes a little while. But with this hammer, I have a solid steel hammer. It ain't going nowhere, it ain't breaking. But if you have to have only just a hammer, get yourself a steel hammer with the grip on it. Not only just a hammer that you can use for weapon, you can use something like this, which is a crowbar or a lug wrench, one single lug wrench. Now you can use a 4-ended lug wrench, but is that really necessary to have that kind of thing? Because it's going to be a little big on you. Now, I had something. Now you can always use. You're going to need something like a screwdriver, but you're going to need at least 2, flathead and a Phillips, because mainly flathead. If you do not know how to use these kind of things, I would advise you to start learning. Because no matter what, you're going to need to learn how to use whatever you put in your hand. And I'm serious about that one. I'm in the process. Here's one of my little weapons that I'm working on to make. My own little style, single-handed weapons. Which when I find the other piece, which is a little more shape, as you can see, the end here. Now I have one that's just a regular cylinder, pointed. When I find the other one and find the thing that I can make my weapon, I will make it. A 2-handed, single-handed ones. Now, I have this one. Here's one end. Here's the other end. Believe me, if it does break, it would become a too single-handed weapon. And trust me, people, you better, whatever you get in your hands, you better know how to use it to defend yourself. Because they talk about trolls. Trolls are just the baby shit. And it stinks. Because when shit hits the fan, you're not going to have trolls. You're going to have wolves. Wolves, I'm not talking about animals, which there is, you have to defend them. I'm talking about people. To me, I'd rather have a machete, a rusty, raggedy weapon. Machete that's rusty. Rusty weapon do more damage to a person if they come at you. And rust gets in your blood, you ain't gonna survive that long. I hear some people on YouTube that's downing others, and this is not about putting particular ones on this video, but I hear all the mouthing and all the nonsense and all the hate. Well, it's good to have hate, but it's how you use the hate. And when you're sitting here saying, my homestead, 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 but you fail to realize you need something to protect yourself. I don't want you to think that you must start building up just to have them. Yes, it's good to have them, but it's good to have them for protection. And defend yourself, defend your family, your wife, your loved ones. You can have, it doesn't matter what you put in your hand, as long as you can use it. And you need to know how to use that weapon that you put in your hand. There's another weapon here I have, and it's an old penitentiary weapon. Sock in a lock. Lock in a sock, or soap in a sock. In penitentiary, besides shanks, that's the best. And with these weapons, like knives and stuff like this, you're going to need something to sharpen it with, keep it sharp, or sharpening stone, or some kind of smooth rock to keep your knives particularly sharp enough to do damage or cooking, whatever. But now, other kind of knives, like I said, me personally, I'd rather have a rusty machete. Anything that's rusty. Because that's my best defense. And I'm not going to have these kind of weapons if I do not know how to use them. And that's the biggest mistake people do. If you do not know how to use that type of hand weapon. Because do you not think preppers and survivalists that these people coming, if they can't get their hands on the gun, they're going to have something. And believe me, these people is going to know how to use that weapon. This is about weaponizing yourself in multiple types of form. Because the way this world is, you're going to need to know how to use whatever you put in your hand. And you can't be running your mouth without knowing how to use that. I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a badass. I just use my head here to know what I need to use. What I use is to know how to use it. Because that time is coming. Please, 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 please. Whatever you get, you need to have. You need to learn how to use it. You need to practice. Whether it's a small weapon like this, you need to learn how to throw it. You need to learn how to use it. You need to know how to switch from hand to hand. Just realize you're not the only one that's going to be weapon up. You're not the only one that runs the mouth. You're not the only one thinks that surviving. You're not the only one that's gearing up. So take this advice. It doesn't matter, like I said, what you get in your hands. You're going to need to learn how to use it. The knives, you're going to need at least 3 different types of knives. One for cooking, preparing your camp area and your food. One for protection and security. And one strictly for, like a hatchet with a hammer. That's basically a knife on a handle, a bigger one. But peace out, people. I love you. May God bless you. And may always remember, whatever you get in your hands, you must learn how to use it. Anyway, love you.